Hello KSP 689 classmates, my name is Audra and today I'd like to share an app created by the University of Minnesota called Flipgrid. Flipgrid is a tool that allows you to create a grid of questions or topics using text or video. Your community then records video responses. The end result is a grid of talking head video boxes, possibly yours and all of your student responses. Uses for Flipgrid include virtual classroom discussions, community building, and collaborative exercises, or even a series of talks recorded by a single person. It reminds me of conductor Eric Whitaker's virtual choirs. I'll post a link to his Cloudburst TED Talk as well if you're wondering what I'm talking about. You can stick around or fast forward to the end when they all appear. While it's not as cool as Eric Whitaker, it's still that same sort of collaboration where you can see somebody's voice and hear them speaking as they give a new way to respond to information. All right, so back to Flipgrid. While Flipgrid was designed specifically for the university setting, security features adapt it nicely to the K-12 environment. Flipgrid is also being used by community groups, design teams, in religious settings, in online research groups, and across business and government offices for collaboration. Over 3 million videos have been posted to Flipgrid to date. Now, creating Flipgrid is pretty easy. I just accessed the app for the first time tonight, and I'm up and running with the demo grid. Flipgrid runs on Flash, so at this point it will work on your desktop or laptop browser. There are also iPad and iPhone apps available, so if you have a Mac environment, this app could be ideal. An Android app is expected to roll out yet in 2015, but it's not there yet. Pricing for Flipgrid is straightforward. Once you activate the app, you have a 21-day test trial, and you can test it out before you must purchase a subscription. After that, there's a tiered pricing model. The cost for educators is $65 for 10 grids, or 22 cents per student per year, assuming you will use 1 grid per class. The app creators have said that if you have a 6 or a 7-hour day, they will be willing to work out pricing to meet your needs. There is zero cost for student accounts. Okay, so let's take a tour of Flipgrid and set one up. When we are finished, I'm going to post the link for my demo Flipgrid to the discussion thread, so anyone who wants to respond to my question can check out the app and see how it works. So after you sign in for an account, and by the way, again, students don't need an account. They simply enter their names after they record their video. You need to create a grid. So I'm going to sign in. Next, I'm taken to the dashboard where you'll need to add a new grid. Give your grid a name and a hash mark. After a password, add a password if you want your grid visible only to students in a particular class. I like that feature. You can also add some additional options, moderate grid, and make it active right away, as well as notify me if you want email notifications. All right, I'm not going to moderate the grid. I don't need to approve when videos come in for this. I'm going to type in a password. Note the password, 1234. You'll need that if you decide to try out my Flipgrid later. Add a new grid. Now, from here, it gives you a little reminder, and I can directly add a new question, but I'm going to come out and look at the grid for a second. Out on the grid, you'll see that the name is there. I can change the color of the grid. I'm going to go with purple for Mankato. All right, and I can hit save. I have 0 questions out there when it was created. It's active. Notify me. Out here is where you can link to share your grid. You can change security for this grid, edit these settings right here, or delete it. In the security settings, you can see that we have set the password, and I already have that set. Moderate grid, I'm going to leave that off for now. Hide social links. That's awesome because Flipgrid comes with links to directly share out to Twitter or Facebook, but I don't want that for high school students. I think, that could lead to some trouble. So I'm going to turn that off so they can't click on a link to automatically share. And to take security one step further, you can hide direct URLs. So it will actually hide the URL up in your browser bar. So there's nothing for people to copy. So if you have people post to your Flipgrid, they should not be able to share that anywhere else unless they're running something like screencast software. So I'm going to click on Hide Direct URLs and Update Security. Now from here, the next thing that we want to do is we want to add a question. So we're going to go down and just add a new question. You'll be prompted with the choice for a text question or a video question. You can type or record your question. Set the date you'd like and then mark the question as active. If you choose to create a video question, whoops, hold on just a second. There we go. If you choose to create a video question, you'll be prompted to set up your video profile, thumbnail, image, and a filter. You'll take a profile pic and then record your question. All right, so here I am. Hi. Okay, first I have to take a thumbnail. I don't know, there's filters out here. Just go ahead and pick one. Click on the camera icon. Okay, not looking so good. Let's try that one more time. Okay, much better. Just kidding. Anyway, we're going to say looks good. And now we're ready to record the question. We've got a maximum of 30 seconds. Hey class. Okay, so for my question today, I would like you to answer this. If you could pick one thing in the world that you believe would really make the world a better place, what do you think that thing would be? And tell us why. Record your video responses and post them here. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thanks. Hey class. Okay, so for my question today, I would like you to answer this. If you could pick one thing. Okay, so you can see that you get a little feedback based on your question. Now all I have to do is give my question a title. Once I have my question title, I can also post a link for my question title, so you could have people respond to a video link. Like they could click on a link and then have to respond to whatever is out there. What date are we going to post this question? The question is active, and I'm going to hit save. And that's it. Now, to share my Flipgrid question, I can share it at this URL right here. I can also share it later by clicking on the little globe item. And that's it. When we go back to the dashboard, you can see that in KSP 689, I've got one question. And as responses come in, I'll be able to see the number of responses over here. And that's pretty much it as far as Flipgrid goes. Responses also are added down here so people can see each other's responses if they'd like. If you have any questions about Flipgrid, again, go ahead and click on the link that I will have posted underneath this screencast, and you can check out what my first Flipgrid looks like, and hopefully a couple people will want to play along and you can see what a completed Flipgrid looks like. I hope this app is going to be cool. Thanks.